I feel like I'm just venting about every issue I've ever had in my life, but that's okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's Maddie. Sorry if you hear little crunching noises throughout this video. Scout's right behind me eating a bone. Didn't want to disrupt her because if she's chewing on that, she's not chewing on me. So we're good. If you're watching this, I am currently on the beach on my cruise and I am enjoying life, so I'm sorry if I don't respond to your comments very fast. But anyway, I'm very excited to film this video because we're going to be talking about my biggest pet peeves. And trust me, I have a lot. I feel like a lot of people have just like really nitpicky things that bother them, and they don't really realize what those things are until they grow and evolve throughout life. And I have realized that I have many. A lot. Yes, I have several things that just bug the crap out of me, so we're going to talk about them. My number one pet peeve that has been ingrained in me since I was a child is being late. I hate being late. I hate when people in my life are late. I just think lateness is one of the rudest. To me, respect somebody's time, okay? Like, if you say you are going to something at a certain time, unless like there are unforeseen circumstances, like just let that person know if you're gonna be late. Or like, don't be late at all, because like you gotta respect other people. You know what I'm saying? So I have several friends who are late people, so it's not like I'm not gonna be friends with you if you're late, but it grinds my gears. It really does. And it's probably because I'm inherently one of those people who's always 20 minutes early to everything in my life, so that could be a thing. My second pet peeve is when people are very just pessimistic or negative about literally every single thing that you could talk about. Like, let's say I brought up the topic of avocados and I said, oh wow, I really like how it tastes on toast. And then said person who is very pessimistic has 20 negative things to say about avocados, and I'm just like, okay. Like, it's okay that you don't like them, but like, why you gotta make me feel bad about liking them? Just something that gets on my nerves, and I can't deal with that sort of negativity in my life. Moving on. Passive aggressiveness. Whew. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest, I used to be the most passive aggressive person I knew. So this is something that has evolved into my life, and as I've grown as a person, I've kind of realized, wow, this sucks. Don't be that person. You know those people who they get mad at you for something and you know they're mad, but when you ask them if they're mad, they're like, no, I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're great. But then behind your back, they're talking smack and they're like giving you the side eye all the time, and it just makes you feel so like, ugh, why can't we just talk about it and get over it? You know what I mean? Passive aggressive people, like, I can't deal with you. You drain me emotionally and it's just frustrating. This is something I've realized after I've moved out to college and I've had roommates. And I've had several roommates, okay? I've probably had around 6. And leaving dishes, like your dirty dishes in the sink, oh, okay. I don't want to smell your stinky food rotting away in the sink for 2 days. But then I'm also, like, I'm not your mother. Like, I'm not gonna clean that stuff for you. You're a grown adult. Like, clean your own dishes. Like, no, I don't want to smell your stinky food. Ooh. Another thing. So, you know those people when you're talking to them and you voice an opinion you have. And most times in normal conversation, people disagree, and that's totally great. And you'll give your opinion, and then they'll give their side of the spectrum, I don't know, and then you will both agree to disagree, and it'll be fine. At the end of the day, you're both okay with the fact that you're both allowed to have an opinion, and it's all right. And then there are those people who, no matter what, their opinion is the only opinion allowed, and nothing else is valid. And you're just sitting there and you're like, are you kidding me? What? Just don't think the same way. It's fine. It's okay. We're both going to move on with our lives after this. Like, we're both gonna graduate. We're both gonna find spouses and have children maybe. Like, the world is not gonna stop moving on its axis if I think differently than you. Yeah. That one gets me heated up, if you can't tell. Okay, this one goes back to like middle school. You know how like if you're a girl, a lot of times when you're sitting there and like the teacher's doing story times, the girls will sit there and be like, oh, let's braid each other's hair. You always had that person who never washes their hair and it is greasy as crap, and they'll ask someone to braid their hair or touch it or do something to it, and I'm like, don't put me in that situation where I have to tell you I don't want to touch you. Like, no. You can do whatever you want to your own hair, but don't make me touch it. That's a middle school thing though. This hasn't happened to me in a while, but I was just thinking about it because I had really greasy hair yesterday and my friend was touching it and I was like, I'm sorry, please don't touch this, like, unless you really want to. And that reminded me that people used to ask for me to touch their hair when it was like wet, but not with water, with grease, and I was like, ew. Oh, you know how sometimes people come into your house and at first they're all sweet, but then they get comfortable and they start being rude to your animals? Like, no, they are more welcome here than you are, so if you say one rude thing to them, you're gone. Like, if they're being mean to you, like if my pet is biting you, I will punish them. You do not lay your hand on them. You do not tell them they're stupid. You say nothing. You don't tell me you don't like my dog. Oh, that bothers me so much because I'm like, my dog lives with me. Like, this is my child. Don't you dare insult my child. Or when you are opening a door for a stranger and they don't say thank you. That might just be me being like feeling like someone should thank me, which is probably, I don't know, but whenever I open a door for a stranger and I'm like waiting there for a while for them to walk through because I'm like, I don't want you to feel like I'm shutting a door in your face, and they walk through and they just like side-eye me or something, I literally will just be like, you're welcome. That's just rude. Like, say thank you. I did something nice for you. Like, I'm not asking for validation, but like I kind of may, I don't know. Oh, and this is like high school, middle school days. It still happens though, and I'm like, why? Like, you know when a friend or someone you think you're kind of close to will like start bringing up a story and they'll be like, oh, that reminds me of something, like I have to tell you. And then they'll like wait a second and they'll be like, never mind, I shouldn't tell you about that. And you're just like, bitch, why'd you bring it up? Like, don't tell me you're gonna tell me something and then not say it and act like it's some huge secret that I'm not allowed to know. Like, no, you did that on purpose. Rude. You know what I'm talking about. This happens to me a lot in college actually, because everybody's always trying to borrow each other's shoes or clothes or whatever to look cute when they go out, because you know, you never have the cute stuff when you want to go out, and everybody always thinks your stuff is cute. It's fine, it's whatever. You know those people who they always, like every single day, ask to borrow your clothes, which is fine. I don't care as long as I get it back. But then when you go to them asking if you can borrow a certain thing, it'll all of a sudden not be there, or it'll be missing, or they can't find it, and that happens literally every single time with every single thing. Like, you know they just don't want you to borrow their stuff, but yet they are always borrowing yours. Really? Like, are you kidding me? It just annoys me a lot. I'm just gonna wrap this up really quick with my last thing because I feel like a lot of people can relate to this one, but it is the most infuriating thing ever. When you are really heated about a certain situation and you're venting to someone, or you're like finally getting your emotions out there, and that person tells you to calm down. Let me tell you, telling me to calm down, that's not gonna calm me down. No, that's gonna do the opposite. That's gonna make me even more invested in the situation, and it's gonna make me more heated like I'm doing right now. I'm not gonna be calm. Just so you know. So don't tell me to calm down because I have a reason for being upset, okay? That's all. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little pet peeves video because I know everybody's got their like little quirks that they're just like weird about. I hope like if you do any of these things, like you don't take this too seriously because I probably do a lot of things that like other people hate. Like that should be my next video, is like all the gross stuff I do that are pet peeves of all my other friends. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.